Hey everybody, in this video I'm going to show you all of the online functions once you get your device connected, whether it be a wireless PT level or the wired PT level or any other devices that we might have on the market at the time. So as you can see that we have a wireless PT level connected, and I have the please set up button. Before we get started though, I'm going to go through this all one step at a time. I would suggest that we set up your account first, meaning your address, phone number, your password, all that kind of stuff. So the menu on the left is the main menu, and on a mobile device you will see these three lines at the top left. All you would do is click on them to bring out the menu, and then click on My Account. So as you can see, since this is a new account, there's nothing in here. So what you can do then, the email address, this is also used as your username, and that's what you set up when you registered for the account. That email address is also used for all of the alerts. So you set up at 10% you want to be emailed, well that email will be used for that alert. Put in your phone number, and same as the email, that phone number will be used for any SMS alerts. Enter in your proper address. And finally, choose your time zone. The time zone is so that all the times on the system show correctly, relating to where you are located. So one thing to note about the address, that address is important if you want to share with a water delivery company, because the system uses the address to find the delivery companies in your area. And if you enter in your address incorrectly, you can see this message at the top here. Says we cannot geolocate your address properly. So just adjust your address properly. What I would suggest is maybe even try it in Google Maps, and the address you enter there, if it pinpoints you correctly, enter it in here, because we use Google Maps to geolocate, and so the system knows where exactly you're located. So once that's done, then I want to just introduce the other features in this menu. You have the notifications. Basically, this area just keeps a history of the last few alerts and notifications that you would have received. So say, oh, I didn't get a text for some reason, or an email, maybe it got in your spam or whatever. You can check here to see if the system actually registered that alert. And then there's also add PT level. That link there will add a new PT level, just like the connected button. And then there's the contact us. If you have any issues, questions, or concerns, we're here to help. Just fill in these forms, choose a category, subject, fill in a message, and then we'll get the message and we'll respond to you as quickly as we possibly can. Any ideas and features, anything, just let us know. Then we have the upgrade. So one thing to note about this is that in our free account, everything is free. You get the basic features. So you can set up 2 alerts. You get 1 month of ongoing history. You can add as many devices as you want. You got a history of notifications, all that stuff. But if you want to, say, have more people receive the alerts, so a family member, if you're running a business, you need a maintenance staff to get the alerts. If you want to maintain more history, like water usage history, if you want to set up unlimited alerts, so say you need 10 alerts for some reason, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90%, be alerted at each one of those, well then we recommend the premium account. And it's only $50 a year, Canadian. You subscribe easy, and then you just forget about it. If you want to, yeah, so that's that. We'll go back to the dashboard here. Oh, one thing I want to note too is this delivery. Do you deliver? You can ignore that question unless you are actually a delivery company. Once you are a delivery company, what it does is it sets you up to be found by PT level holders so that they can share their level with you. And then you also have a dashboard where you can see all the levels that are shared with you, and you can manage your routes and all that stuff through there. That'll be covered in another video shortly. So back on the dashboard, you have your level. Let's go to how to set up this level. So you click on Please Set Up. So the first things, it goes right to the Setting tab. let's choose our units of measure, and let's say our cistern is 6 feet deep, or well, or whatever. So you enter it in right here as a number. So say if you have 6.5 feet, you would put 6.5. If it's a 6 feet 3 inches, just divide 3 by 12, and that will give you the decimal to enter in there, if that makes sense. So then here you have the shape of the container and the size of the container. This here, as noted, is a premium feature, so that is another advantage of going with premium. You don't have to fill this out, but if you have a premium account, I would recommend that you do. Then that way it will show here on the level the volume you have left, not just the percentage. So you have different shapes here. Say you have a vertical cylinder, just type in the diameter, or the rectangle, the length and width. And that's all you have to do there, and it will be able to calculate the volume. Then finally, name your device. If you have more than one device, sometimes you want to name them barn, cistern, or whatever. So I'll just call this one my cistern. And you have the address of this device. Now, if you leave this empty, this will take on the address you've entered into the My account. Now, say if you have 2 different locations that you want to have your devices on, you can enter the addresses in here then separate from the My account, so that they can each be located properly. And if they are located properly, you'll see a map at the bottom left here. And finally, these device notes, what those notes there are for, if you share it with a water delivery company, they see these notes. So say, oh, I leave my check under a rock, find this rock and there's your payment, or the fill is hidden under a bush in by my end of my garage. Notes like that, so that it helps the delivery company out. Alright, so that would be that, and you would hit save settings, and that will save those settings. And now we have these tabs here. So we have usage history, we have alerts, settings, share, and power. The power tab will only show up if you're using the PT level wireless, and I'll go through those settings possibly even in another video. But just to show, we got usage history. What will show up here is a graph of usage. It does every time the PT level wireless reports in, or the wired reports in, it just keeps track of it. So you'll see points in a line over time as to when you had it filled and how long it took to empty your cistern, all of that good stuff. And with the premium feature, you'll be able to go back in history and select a certain range to look at. You can zoom right in with it and do all those kinds of things. We'll go to the alerts, and now this is a great feature. They're very simple to set up. So to set a new one up, say, oh, I want at 15%, I want to be alerted. So you type in 15. This is at 15%. Method, let's say text me, so you would then hit the little plus, and there you have the alert right here. You can modify, oh, I don't want it to be 15, just change it to 16 and hit save. If you want to delete it, you can delete it. If you want to choose to be emailed instead, just do that and hit save. And then let's add another alert really quickly. And now we're at our limit, unless you have the premium account, but now at 16% and 20%, I will be alerted when the level goes below those points and when the level goes above those points. So you'll know when you're getting empty and when you're getting topped up. And the alerts will say as such too, that it went below or it went above, so you will know. The settings tab we already been through, and now the share tab. This one's pretty straightforward. Once you've entered in your address under My Account, you'll be able to hit a share button, and then it'll go to a page where it will list the delivery companies in your area, or it'll give you the option to share with your delivery company that they can just create a free account so that you can share with them. Or you can just talk to them and say, hey, you should go into PT level, sign up for an account so that we can share your level. And it's a great system, and you'll be able to manage all the devices online, and it's totally free for them. So I would recommend that you get them online in our system. And then that way you can share with them, and you can completely forget about it, because they will get texted and emailed at the set point that you tell the system to email and text them. So now finally you have the power tab here. Now this is where you can control how often the transmitter reports in. The transmitter is battery powered, so I would recommend keeping the default settings because it works very well for the average user. But if you needed to report in more often, you can change these settings. So I'll just go through it quickly. Every 30 minutes the device will check the level. That doesn't mean it will report in online to show the level. Now if the level changes by 22%, then report in. So every 30 minutes, if it's out by 22% since the last check, so say you got filled, then it will show that it was filled within 30 minutes. And finally, every 24 checks report online no matter what. So that means it'd be 24 times 30, which would be every 12 hours it will report in and put a point on the history no matter what. So anyways, that's that. And finally, you have the calibrate. Now, this calibrate is a great feature. So let's say we just installed it, we got the transmitter set up, and it is showing 10% when it should be 12%. So we will put in 12% here, and it will calibrate. Now make sure that you press the transmitter button if you're using the PT level wireless to update it and make sure that the calibration actually worked. And make sure that you use this calibration feature after everything is fully functional. So that's it. I hope that this video was value added and it helps you out. If it didn't help you out, please don't hesitate to contact us. We are here to help. Have a great day.